All right. Last video. I'm just gonna give you a couple tips. Just how to kind of improve the chances that you're going to be able to get one of these projects and start making some cash. First one I'm going to offer up here is there's an app out there called Calendly, and I'll show it to you quick. There's other ones out there too, but it's basically I'll show you here. And okay, good. I don't have anything showing up on there. I was worried about that. So anyway, you can go on there, and what happens is it shows a link to you can send this to a client. So like they'll answer your proposal like, hey, yeah, great, man. I would love to talk to you. I'll take you up on that 15-minute consultation and let's talk. When do you want to meet? Well, then you just take that link I just sent to you and you reply back to them, and they can go on there and book a call, right? So they click on there and they can pick any day, any time. If they go on Tuesday, they can, before you send them the link, you're going to have this all set up so that you are, you only put times on there that you're available. This just makes it way smoother, and then you're not going back and forth. Well, how about Monday the 24th at 5? No, that ain't going to work. You're just saving a lot of time, and it also looks like way more professional. It looks like, oh man, this person is set up. They already know what they're doing. It just eases the friction of the whole deal making process. Next thing is, before you get on the call, be prepared. Like when they reach back out to you, if they have some websites or if they have, some stuff, just kind of do a little research on them if you can. Also, too, another thing that I mean by being prepared is be ready to ask for the sale, because I know what happens a lot of times, and I've made this mistake a gazillion times where I get on the phone with them and then we talk for a little bit and it's like, all right, great, thanks a lot, man. I like to be like very adamant with them at the end. I'm like, hey, go ahead and just select, choose me right now, and let's get this going, and just see if they're willing to do that. They're not always in. Upwork makes it a little more difficult because you can't just ask for a credit card number, or you can't get like you can't get them to sign on the dotted line. They still got to go click a button, but just always assume that they're going to work with you and just try to close them right there on the call. Like, hey, if let's do this. Let's get started. I can start tomorrow. I'll have something ready to go. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Just act like they're gonna buy it from you, because I think that works quite a bit actually. Because then they're like, oh wow, we're working on this already, and then it's just a matter of getting them to just go and accept your offer, and then you guys can get to work. But definitely be prepared. Don't bumble around on the phone, and you be the one asking the questions. You kind of figure out what they need. Ask them, listen, and then just reply. And sometimes you might be able to get a little more money just by tailoring your needs. You're like, hey, that's great, you only wanted me to do this and that, but maybe if you did this, you'd get more, or you know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't want to get into that. That's like a whole nother, sales call tactics is like, that's a whole nother course. So I won't go nuts in there. So, and then a few other final thoughts here. Every day, I would say check this sucker every single day. Go on there, make it a habit. And I have it. I have an app on my phone. I have, both of my computers, and I just try to check. It's either once in the morning I'll check and once at night, or I just do it, but for sure I do it once every day, even on the weekends. And that's actually, weekends are pretty good because I don't think anybody else is looking on there, and that gives you that gives you the chance to be first, because the faster you reply, and you can see here, like this one right here, posted in the last 24 minutes. If you can get on there right away, you can see that this is telling us how many people have applied for this job or sent in a proposal, and so far there's less than 5. So if you're one of the first people to apply for that, you got a better chance. You're going to be the first person to contact them, and then everybody's going to have to judge against you. So right here, less than 5. Nobody's even applied yet. He hasn't interviewed anybody. There's no invites sent. You'll see on some of them they're different. Let's scroll down here. I'll just show you. Indie demo tracks. All right. Ooh, look at this. You got samples on there. So anyway, so we've got 10 to 15 proposals that, people actually sent out there. The client actually looked at this like 4 hours ago. And so far he's interviewing 6 people. But look at this. Going back to what I was saying about your head profile, he's actually invited 52 people to bid on this job. Like he went through and actively looked for people. So that's why it's important to have your profile set up good, because you might be one of these invites, and that will make it easier too, because he invited you, right? You can say that, hey, you invited me, thanks a lot. You're just reaffirming that, you're making him feel good, because he knows that, he invited you, and he didn't want to make a bad decision by inviting you, so you're just making it feel better. So anyway, psychology. I didn't plan to talk about that kind of stuff, but so I'm a little rusty on it, but you'll have to trust me. So anyway, get on there, check it daily. Make it your goal to do it every single day. Make it your goal to use up all your free credits. You only get a certain amount every month. Where did mine go? Oh, here we go. Available contacts, or they call them connects. They're not credits, I guess. Each one it costs you 2 to apply for certain jobs. I think you get like 50 to 60, and I don't know, that might be different if you're starting out or whatever, but I think I have around 50, and they refresh every month. So you get like 50 of them a month for free, and if you want more, then you have to pay money or whatever. But you know what, 50 is probably pretty good. And just make it your goal to use them up every month. The more you apply, the more opportunity you have to get clients, and the better you get at dealing with them and talking with them and everything else. So just do it every single day. Also, one last tip I want to throw out there: don't be afraid to go after like small or low-paying jobs. I mean, I know you're going through here and you're like, oh man, $200 budget, that's not much. I mean, maybe it's not, but honestly, I've had a few. I just had one yesterday. I was talking to a guy, and he was only offering like $150 for like what sounded like a pretty extensive project. It was like, oh, build out a landing page, and I want you to hook up all my, whatever. I mean, it was way more than $150 was what he needed. But then I called him and I talked to him. Turns out the guy is a banker, and he basically had $1,000 budget to work with, because he's like, well, I wanted for $150 I was gonna do the work that you asked me for, but I would also like to run some Facebook ads as well, and I got about $1,000 budget, so like ding ding ding, you know what I mean? If I would have just like not answered it for $150, I wouldn't know about that. Now I got a chance to make a lot more over time, and he's the kind of guy too that I could tell he's got like a long view of what he wants to do, so he could be a client for years, for months and years. So don't always discount them just because of their paying money. I mean, and there are some, don't get me wrong, you're going to have a few on there that are going to be like, $5 to, create 10 songs, I mean, you'll know what I'm talking about. But again, you'll see the ones that just suck, and you don't want anything to do with those. But again, some of the low ones actually work out. Oh, another one, I get another example I'll tell you about right away. There was a guy that was only offering $15 to help with a particular project. So he's like, I'll give you $15. And I'm like, God, I don't know. But I'm like, you know what? I just want to build up my hours, so let's just see what it wants. Sounds simple enough. Well, it turns out he was promoting something that, yeah, sure, it was $15, but it was like $15 per sale. And it was more of an incentive-based kind of a contract. And I've been able to make some, at least a couple $100 off of that. And it was a pretty simple job. So again, don't disqualify them. Read through very carefully, and try some out once in a while, because you just never know who's going to be on the other end of the call and what they're going to be able to offer. And again, starting off, doing some small jobs that don't make you very much money, you still need to build up your hours because it makes you look better over here. Look at, I got a 50. Oh, he's got, maybe that's his stats. but anyway, they're keeping track of everything, and you just start to raise up in the search results a little more, and Upwork recognizes you. You start to build up some proof. So it tells you how many hours you have out there, what you've been working on, so people could tell that you're active. That's the main thing you want to do when you're just getting started out. So anyway, I hope this little mini course, gave you some ideas, because there is money out there, trust me. So I mean, why not? You know how to, if you know Pro Tools, or any production software, any writing skills, transcription, graphic design, performance. I mean, you have these skills, and there are people looking for them. So why not use them? Why not do it? Like, make some money that way, and you can always work on your original stuff later, or just multiple streams of income, people. That's how you stay alive as a musician. At least until you somehow break the mainstream and, make a lot of money that way. But anyway, that's all I got for you. If you have any questions, let me know. But like I said, I think this is, hope this helps. Talk to you later.